Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball Theorists. At the end of this video, I'm going to discuss a few things moving forward on this channel, and I took the last 2 weeks off to decide on some videos that I want to add coming up in terms of content. With that said, I don't typically go over early scans, so these will be spoilers for the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 58. There are a few reasons why I find these scans interesting, and I've mentioned in other videos that in the manga, this story has paid tribute to many other arcs and scenes we have seen in the Super anime and also in DBZ. So these images seem to mimic the story of Goku arriving that first time on Namek when Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta were getting beaten by the Ginyu Force in DBZ. The Z fighters were giving everything they had and it just was no use. Then Goku arrives on the scene after training in 100 times gravity, unlocking new powers to basically walk through the Ginyu Force and save the Z fighters. A quick flashback before we get into these new images, on the last page of Manga Chapter 57, when Goku arrives just in time by sensing Krillin's energy to land a devastating energy blast on Miss Thick, Goku says, "Sorry, I have a habit of showing up late," meaning his friends always seem to be hanging on by just a thread before he gets there. I got these images from Dragon Ball Hype over on Twitter. He is always posting news and anything DB related over there, so give him a follow if you love news and content. The last 2 months, it seems that these images are very rough drafts of upcoming panel pages, so the artwork isn't completely finished. With the first image, it appears that the energy blast from Goku has defeated that fusion, and now we have the diffused convicts unconscious on the ground. Goku looking around senses Yamcha, Tien, and Chiaotzu struggling with the advisor of Sagambo's army. He uses instant transmission to teleport right into their battle, surprising him. Now on the bottom image, his hair isn't colored in, so that could mean that this is just an incomplete drawing, or perhaps Goku has tapped into some form of Ultra Instinct again. I do have an in-depth video coming up of the Goku vs Moro rematch, so I will save all that info for that video. Now the Zyuogi is supposed to be somewhat tough, as he stated in Manga Chapter 57, and isn't like the other convicts being an advisor in Sagambo's Galactic Brigade. Except we have Goku coming in and one-shotting him, which screams out deja vu of how Goku entered the fight in the Namek Saga in DBZ, when he one-shots Recoome of the Ginyu Force. We had 3 fighters back then against Recoome, and we have 3 fighters now against Zyuogi. The end result is also the same, as Goku, who has attained new powers from his training, is one-shotting these elite forces and is now set to try and settle the score with Moro. I imagine this last rough draft image of Goku going to use instant transmission again will be to get into the battle everyone is having against Sagambo, or he might pay a visit to the lookout to maybe get some sensu beans and see everyone before he heads into battle against Moro. Now what will be interesting is, are they going to keep giving little tributes to the past arcs? Is Sagambo going to represent Captain Ginyu and Goku will have some trouble with fighting him? It is possible, since Sagambo is basically a mini-boss who has had his power really amplified with Moro's magic. Last chapter, his power was so strong, he Hulk smashed the strongest fighters in the universe behind Goku and Vegeta all at once. There is also a lot of Vegeta hype coming up, since he will be the last to arrive on the battlefield and is learning a specific technique to counter Moro. So it will be really interesting what direction this upcoming chapter decides to take us, and it's possible that Vegeta won't arrive yet and it will be up to Goku trying to even out the playing field against Sagambo and Moro. I have enjoyed these little tributes down memory lane to DBZ and look forward to how Toyotaro wants to end this amazing arc. I do believe there will be some plot twists and surprises coming up, so like all of you, I can't wait for the next chapter that is coming out in 7 days on the 20th. What do you think of these rough drafts of the upcoming chapter? Do you think Goku has achieved enough power through his training with Beerus to now defeat Moro? Or is Vegeta still poised to swoop in and save everyone from Moro's wrath and get that big win? Now, as I stated when I started this video on content moving forward on this channel, and this has been an interesting year to say the least for many of us, I will always cover Dragon Ball, whether it's the anime or manga, but without the anime coming back though, it has left room to create other content. When I created this channel, I had no intentions on only covering anime and want to get back to some of my roots and concepts that never evolved. Dragon Ball took off, and I'm tremendously grateful as a fan to share stories and theories with all of you. However, I have a few itches that need to be scratched as a content creator looking forward that I just never worked on because Dragon Ball is popular and I only had time to cover that for everyone. So the changes moving forward I want to implement, besides covering the manga and other theories on Dragon Ball, is exploring science, movies, comics, and other stories that some take a philosophical approach to some passion projects I always wanted to do. Long ago, I started to go into this and never finished many of these projects, but realized recently as a content creator, I really need to do them. I feel it will be the best way for me to continue to grow as a content creator and really look forward to finishing some of these projects. As always, thanks for watching and look forward to your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe to support the channel and turn on that notification bell to keep those theories coming.